by having you introduce yourself.
Sure. My name is Tanya O'Debra, and I am the writer and director of Half-Pint, a short film that we just wrapped principal photography on in Whitman and East Bridgewater.
And so Half-Pint, what is this film about?
It is about an 11-year-old dork who pretends to be a vampire in order to scare away neighborhood bullies.
Interesting. Is this based off some personal experience or
No, I wish I could tell you where this idea comes from, but really I just do whatever the demon tells me.
how long have you had this idea? Was this something that came to you spontaneously, or has this been some like a passion project of yours for a while now?
Definitely a passion project. I started writing it August of last year, so and I've written at least 50 drafts of it at this point to really shape it up for production. And we started pre-production probably in April and finally shot the movie in July. And now we're in the process of editing the movie.
And when you see you've written 50 drafts, that was you wrote all those drafts, or did you have
Mhm.
a co-writer with you?
No, I wrote it.
Oh, okay, so
Yeah, it's just the idea has kind of always been the same, but the story just needed to be clarified to its best form.
so of course you did some filming here in Whitman and some in East Bridgewater. What would you say, like, what made you come to Whitman?
My sister generously offered me her home to shoot in. I was thinking originally that we would shoot Half Pint here in New York City, but it was really hard to find a location. We needed a place that would also have like a porch or a stoop where we could shoot in front of, and like people used to rent Airbnbs for this kind of thing, but now Airbnb is pretty like hard to come by. And I support tenants' rights. I absolutely like am on the side of tenants when it comes to Airbnb. But so we had to broaden our scope for looking for locations. And luckily, my sister Brianne and her husband Chris. Oh, thank you. And same goes for East Bridgewater. My sister and brother-in-law, Lauren and Stephen, also generously offered their homes for the main character's name is Darla to use for her bedroom.
So you have two sisters that are from the area here. Are you also from the area?
I'm from Quincy.
Quincy, okay. Yeah, so a Massachusetts alumni.
Absolutely.
What made you move to New York?
I mean, same as everybody else, just dreams of artistic life. Boston has, a strong art scene, but it is small. So I just was looking for something on a broader scale.
Okay. I just want to ask you a bit more about your role, like on set. Like, were you the primary director? Did you have somebody else, a cinematographer working with you? Like, what was that
Yes.
like?
Yes, so I'm the director, and my partner, Greg Bayonne, is the cinematographer, director of photography. And he's my longtime partner. We live together. So when I wrote the film, I thought maybe I can direct this. And he said, yeah, you definitely can. And I realized, well, he could actually shoot it. And we worked together on the storyboarding and came up with all the shots together. And we're lucky in that w both of us have skill sets that the other one doesn't have, so we really complement each other in a working environment. And then we ended up getting most of our crew from either Emerson College alum or current students, and they were all fabulous.
Okay. And so you mentioned that some of your crew was from the area that went to Emerson. What about the actors? Were the actors locals or were those?
Most of the actors were local. Uh, the two supporting actors, JP Hooler and Tyler Marks. JP is from the Boston area somewhere, and actually Tyler is my nephew and lives in the house where we shot. And it just so happened I auditioned a bunch of kids for his role, and he He was the best. What could I do? And then all the background actors are from the area. And our leading actress, Scout Rowan, is from Rhode Island. And the other leading actor, Lucas Villarosa, is from New Jersey.
So all over the place there. Um,
Mhm.
you said you mentioned auditions. What was the audition process like?
I posted the roles on Backstage and the breakdowns, and I had people do sort of like self-tapes and watched a lot of kids, and then did Zoom auditions where the kids performed together, like all the sort of like callback kids, and I just wanted to see how they work together, and at the end, it just was so clear who the primary cast would be and they are incredible. I just can't believe how lucky I am with how talented these kids are.
Would you see yourself working with any of these people in the future?
Oh, I hope so. They're, I really think that they could go on to have serious careers, and I would love to work with them again. They were so not only talented, but just a pleasure to have on set.
Okay. And um, I just want to ask you again. So you've filmed in Whitman and Bridgewater, and you have a connection here. Do you see yourself in the future maybe coming back and doing more productions in the area and supporting the local artists in this area?
Um, I would love to. I mean, as a native greater Boston area person. There's just I have a lifelong connection to the area and would love to continue to support the not only the people there, but the businesses there. Like, it was great to be able to like have catering from local places and things like that. Oh, I also forgot to mention we did have another supporting actress from the Boston area, Mary Widow, who's like a big burlesque queen. And so it was exciting to have her in the film too. And I would work with her again in a heartbeat.
And is this your first short film you've produced, or you have experience?
This is my first short film that I've directed. I've written some and performed in some and produced some, but on a much smaller scale, where this was like a huge project. Like, we were able to secure like Panavision cameras and it was very legit all around, whereas the rest of my video career has been definitely much more small scale. And prior to that, I have worked primarily in theater and comedy, like live performance. So just this is my foray into the film space. I basically did everything they tell you not to do. Child actors putting things on my credit cards, like like free locations, they tell you not to do it, and I did all of that. But I'm ultimately glad I did because the story warranted all of it. And I feel that it's a story that wants to be told right now in our challenging times. And I think if you feel your project is ready, you kind of have to do everything you possibly can to bring it into the world.
And, what advice would you give to people who want to bring their projects into the world?
Um, Make sure your script is ready. Don't shoot something before your script is done. And if you've done one or two drafts, it is not ready. You've got to really make sure that you're not watching your footage thinking like, oh, I wish I had done a better job in the beginning. And then also, it's so important to have a network of collaborators. I guess you could do this by yourself, but I think you miss out on a lot of the fun of doing it if you're just working alone. And also, if you want to do something on a large scale, there's just no way to do it. So, um, building your network of friends and comrades is really key.
I guess so. Now that you're in the post-production phase, what does that look like for you?
Well, we just went through the process of logging all our footage. So basically, like making sure that like every take has the associated sound clip for it. And so that when we go to look for like, oh, I wish I had more of these takes for this shot, we know exactly where everything is. And then our next step is to link the sound to all of the clips. And then from there, we'll we'll start cutting the story together and we'll just keep fine tuning it from there. I'm also in the process of looking for music. So I'm like listening to a lot of music and contacting artists and hoping to get some fun stuff to support the piece. And then once the movie is complete, we will start applying to film festivals and hopefully take this film all over the world.
And when you plan to distribute the film, like how would like people who are interested in the film, how would they go about seeing it?
Well, first it would do its film festival run. Film festivals can be kind of persnickety about premieres, so there's probably a year that it won't be available online. And then after it does its festival run, we would figure out how to distribute it online.
Okay.
And I'm sure I'll let you know when that happens.
Okay. And I guess if you could take away one thing from this whole experience, what would you say it would be?
I think that it's really important for people to nurture their creativity. Make what you want to make, and don't let people tell you that it's too weird or silly. That they're going to be wrong. Make what you want to make. Make the weird art.
Okay. Well, I think that covers everything
Oh,
I
I
had.
do. Could I say one thing? I just wanted to thank the town of Whitman and thank the neighbors on Hog Memorial Drive. They were so patient with us, and I appreciate them so much.
Okay. Um, so yeah. That's basically everything I had, any questions I had. So if you have anything else you want to say, you can go ahead and say it.
Oh, I think that was it.
That's it.
But
All
thank
right.
you. I'm so glad to talk to you today. I really appreciate your interest in the
I
film.
appreciate you for reaching out back to me.
Oh, no
And
problem.
well, thank you for your time. I wish you well on the whole film festival process. I know that can be very challenging. And
Are you a filmmaker?
oh yeah, I produce a couple of films. It's nothing like what you've been working on. It's mostly just stuff I make with friends and family and
Oh,
like
cool.
my bedroom. But
That's the
hopefully
place to start.
one day I
Yeah,
can.
totally.
It's a process. But again, thank you
Absolutely.
for your time, and
Nice talking to you, Aiden. Have a good day.
you too. Thank you.
Bye.